What you got there, Mr. Murdock?
Brad Murdock got his first fish here. Okay. Alright, bring on in.
Oh, got myself a fish.
Ooh, damn it, hurt. Alright, let me throw it back up there. Okay, welcome folks once again to the Murdock and Murdock Fishing Show. As our guest cameraman once again, Dr. Professional Fisherman Steve Jones. I got my little boy Brad as a guest. Turn around to the camera there, son. Say hello. Say hello.
Hello. Mostly I love you.
All he wants to do is eat.
What you got there to eat, son? Turn around to the camera and see you. Show them what you got. He'll eat us out of house and home before the day's over.
Yeah, I will.
I know he will. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride. We're going to catch us some fish. Way to go, Brad. Good white bass. Swing him around here for daddy. Whoa, don't hit me in the back. Whoa. Whoa, son, slow down.
Let me try this thing.
No, you won't. This
Frank, he got that lure on top of the water. You see that?
He come got it while it was
Yeah,
reeling
he did.
in.
There wasn't a fish on it.
There was no fish on that lure. Brad was reeling his line in, thought he had a fish on. And I said, no, you don't. I saw the lure coming across the top of the water, and a white bass hit it right behind the boat.
Little Frank Murdock.
Man,
What do you say about that?
what you got to say about it? Can you stop eating long enough to say something about it, son? Turn around to the camera and say something.
Corn, you want to throw it in, Kay?
Yeah. Go in and grab him out of the lid. Throw him in. All right. I got two, Brad's got two, Jones has got one. We're down in the cove right now looking for the fish. We don't really know where they're at. Yesterday down here we were in the middle of a feeding frenzy. We were in a frenzy too for a while. What the hell, boy?
Can I throw it in?
No, not a white bass. I never thought too much. Oh, buddy, Mr. White Bass. I've been waiting on them all spring and all summer. They're fat, they're healthy, they get in here and eat these shad. I don't see any shad down his throat. Yesterday, most of the ones we caught had the shad in their mouth. I don't know how they would have swallowed everything. What they do, they get in here and they go into a feeding frenzy and they just turn into big hogs, just eat everything. They can't eat it, they'll kill it. They're just mean fish. One thing about it, if your lure crosses in front of one that's feeding, it will grab it. That's what we like about these white bass. When you come in here, a school of them will come in, and for 30, 45 minutes, or maybe an hour, it'll just be action like you wouldn't believe. Then they'll just be gone. The school will go out into the main lake. I think what happens, they get in here and they corral these shad back in this cove, and they got them trapped. It's sort of like a little corral here, and they drive these shad back in here, and they just gang up on them. Largemouth bass, white bass, some of the bigger crappie will come in. Seems like what. Yeah, son. Oh, come on.
Get the camera.
We got a little crappie here.
Get the camera.
The camera's on. Look behind you. Son, you want to throw this one back in? You want to throw this in? You good? Throw it. All right. I got 4. Brad's got 2. Jones has got how many?
I got one.
That's his camera. Get on in there, boy. Get there, Brad.
Wow. Get him on the camera.
He's got the camera running. Here, hold it. That's good. Bring it right here. Right here. Bring it right here, son. Bring it right here to me. Whoa. All right,
I
Brad.
can throw it in.
Yeah, you can throw it in.
Come on, here.
All right, Brad's in the lead. We're having an unannounced fishing tournament here. Tournament between Dr. Professional Fisherman Steve Jones and Brad Murdock. Brad just took the lead 3-2. Wait just a second, sonny. All right. I got 4, Brad's got 3, and Jones has got 2.
Hey, I don't really rest away. Hey, please, Andy.
Look at that. What? Look at the little white man. Oh, John. Got a mean white man here.
Get away.
Move that skint head there, Mr. Little Frank Murdock. Little Frank Murdock. We don't want to say you want to see that fish. You ugly.
That's a pretty good spot bass. One that size will put you up a good fight. Especially when you catch him on the short line or using a curly tail grub. I barely got it behind the boat, and he's coming up right behind the boat grabbing this thing. And we're fishing water anywhere from 2 to 6 foot deep. And these white bass coming here feeding right now. I think that's number 6 for me. Brad Murdock's got 3 and Steve Jones got 2. Now we're in the smash, I think
4 and 3. 3 and 4.
Swing it over here, son. Brad, swing it over here.
My fish.
Over here.
Oh! You're
too small.
I can throw it in there.
How many you got, Brad? Turn around and tell the camera how many fish you got.
Alright.
How many Steve Jones got?
Don't tell nobody.
Everyone, Steve Jones got 3. And I don't care because I'm laughing. Sure. But of course, was a rat. Covered
What you doing, son?
I got you, Hannah.
Well, look for you.
Well, I got another fish on. Must be a small one. He's small, but he's fish number 8. Brad, you can catch fish like that. Where's another fish? Crappie Scola got off.
That's mine.
Oh, you got one too? I got a couple fish.
Oh, yours got off. That don't count.
Was he holding enough out of the water?
No.
What?
I can prove it.
Let me see it, Brad.
You got another one on that other one, Frank?
I got one right here, yeah.
That one on the end?
The little one.
Yeah.
Number 9 coming in here.
Ah.
Yeah. You couldn't have swallowed that bait, son. Look at here. No way.
Well, we all got fish. Whoa! 6 out of 1.
Okay. Oh, that's good, son.
Whoa! Show it to the guy. Show it to him.
Sit down, man. Sit down. You got no jacket on.
Oh.
Let me throw it back up. Uh-oh, you done got him in. Here you go. A real fisherman, man knows how to fish. Here you go, Brad, you got one.
Ah! That woke me up.
Here, what's up? Here, get the fish.
Wow.
Here, you got one. Hurry up, brother, man. Be careful, son. Okay, that's good. Stop right there. All right. All right, stop. Get you some more fish. Came out bring fish for me. There's nothing. I got one on. But I'll wait and throw Brad back out since he's in a contest with Dr. and Professional Fisherman Steve Jones.
That's one of us recorders.
Sit down, Brad. Sit down. You got some life jacket on.
Oh, this one. Oh, let's get more.
Son, sit down. Quit acting up. Turn around. Slide toward the center of the boat.
Doing your picture. Doing your picture. Back to the...
Ha!
You mean I held this camera for that?
You did. Just sit down. You sit there where you at?
Big guy. Come on, you guy.
Sit right there.
Love.
Get there, Brad. Oh, Crappie, bring him over here. That's good, that's good. You got it, you got it. Stop, let's stop here.
Get and put it in front
He ain't big, but how many is that, Brad?
8.
That's number 8. How many Jones got?
5.
Oh, watch it.
Come on.
There's your trophy fish.
Throw all the rods in.
Ah, little bitty one. But that is fish number 12. How many you got, Dr. Jones? 5. How many you got, Brad Murdock? How many you got?
I got
You got 8. How many fish you got? Tell the camera how many fish you got.
Frank, I heard you tell him that. He knew that. He was wanting to say 9.
Tell you what I'm thinking about doing here for when we have the thriller at Saluda. I'm thinking about letting Brad Murdock take my place. He seems to do pretty good against Dr. and Professional Fisherman Steve Jones.
Well, we have got one ugly person in the boat today.
Sit down, son. Brad, sit down. But act right, son. You're on camera now. You act right.
He's on
Turn
candid
that camera
camera.
on. He goes crazy.
He's on candid camera.
He goes crazy. Brad, do you want to catch fish or not?
I'm not fishing.
But he's beating Dr. and Professional Fisherman Steve Jones by 3 fish right now. Can you believe that, folks?
You're the one that's feeling
He's also sitting in the so-called unlucky seat. So-called by people like Butch, Westmoreland, George Powell, Bill Whitman.
Steve Jones, get that big mama.
All right. I guess we're going to end the fishing show today, folks. I think Brad Murdock's done beat Steve Jones in our tournament.
Fish for
today.
2 rods.
Yeah, he's only using 1 rod here. You can see that right now. Sit down.
Now let's see, regular.
But I caught 13.
Throw it.
Caught 28 total.
Regular. Throw it.
Caught a few here and there. But Brad Murdock, he's a wild man, let me tell you.
And throw it.
He's throwing all my lures in the lake right now. I'm going to whip him when I get him home. See y'all next trip.